Hello followers and welcome back to Feed the Beast, and we are here again today at my HQ here. And the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to jump right into it today, and we're going to get a quick little house established up here on the surface because I want an easier way to kind of have access to farms. I'm going to get some sheep going, possibly some crops up here too, and maybe even a small tree farm because we are going through our supplies really fast. And if we want to get into the modded stuff, we are going to need lots and lots of supplies, particularly things like wood and farm animals and food, things like that. So we're going to work on that today. Now, it does occur to me that I've done a little research since the last episode about getting access to certain things for certain machines that I want to look at, and we are going to have to go on a quest for one thing, and that is cactus. So we're going to have to kind of go on a trip and find some cactus, unfortunately, at some point. Pretty much everything else I can get access to one way or another. One thing that we are going to look into very soon is making what's called a minium stone, and that's part of the equivalent exchange mod, and it can enable trades, basically. So I can trade in a melon block and get a pumpkin and things like that. In fact, let me show you. So if we pull up the minium stone here, you will see that this is how it's crafted, and that's what those shards of minium are for. And if we pull up uses, you can see here, you can trade various different items for different things. So sticks for wood, things like that. This one right here, the two types of wood for obsidian, we're definitely going to take advantage of that one, because it means that I don't have to mine obsidian. So there's a bunch of different trades, and we'll get into this a little more further down the road. But one thing I do want to take a look at is obviously its crafting recipe requires this inert stone, and for that I need 4 stone blocks, 4 iron ingots, and a gold ingot. I have everything I need to make that minium stone, so we will probably look into doing that a little bit later on. So now then, this house. So this house is going to enable me to kind of connect what I've got down here to something that I've got on the surface. And I think the first thing I want to do is kind of level out some land here in order to do that. And I've made up a bunch of new tools and things like that to help me kind of get on here. So by the end of today's episode, my aim is to, at the very, very least, kind of have most farms set up for various different things, and have a shack of some sort of in place. So we'll just knock out a lot of this dirt because it's kind of in the way. We've got a nice little area here that we can kind of start work on. Okay, so we've got that going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not going to be very pretty right now, but I don't have a lot of materials at my disposal. I don't want to waste my wood, as I need that for the moment, honestly. So we're just going to build a basic, it's not even a cabin, this isn't, it's just a shack, a cobble shack, that's just going to serve as my temporary home for the time being. I'll probably build something prettier later, or more than likely I might end up living underground in this series. So, yeah, this is going to serve as our first home, just a 7x7 shack. I do love the refilling thing, that's really nice. So we'll just get this together. Sort of looks like the Frat's cabin that I have, but it's not quite, being as the fact that it's not built from wood and it doesn't have the ends cut off. Sun is going down already. That's not fun for anyone. There we go. So we've got this area going on now, and we're beginning to get the basics in here. It looks pretty bad, honestly, but sometimes you need functionality, and that is one of those cases. But we are going to put in a decent floor, at the very least. That we can put in a nice looking floor. So we'll chop out this. I'm going to have to actually go and sleep in the bed pretty soon, because the things will be coming out for me, which is not very good while I'm trying to focus. And I'm 1 block of wood short. I'm always 1 block short for these projects. I don't know why. So let's head back down in here. Oh good, my carrot's grown. That's nice to see. So let me jump in here and we'll pass the night real quick. And I'm going to grab myself some more wood. let's just take all of it, and I'm also going to take some equipment with me. Let me see. When we have enough cobble to make furnaces, I'm going to make a workbench in there. We actually have enough string now to make another bed too, so we'll probably do that. Alright, so let's head back up and out. I'm also going to put a ladder well into this base down here so that we can still have access to that stuff. Hence why I built it where I did. There we go. So we'll put that back in, and we do want to get ourselves a quick workbench going. And I'm going to make myself a couple furnaces real quick. There we go. Get those in here. And we will make the bed. We need a bed in here. And we'll put the bed in this corner. This right here is going to be where the chest is, and I think right here we're going to bust through. We are going to come out above the farm. That's a bit of a disappointment. Maybe I could tweak that a little bit by moving some things. If we move on to a different wall here. I don't have an axe anymore, so... Wait, yeah, I do have an axe. I thought so. I made an iron one. Let me put my workbench and furnaces and things like that on this wall. So now if I bust through right here... Yeah, that's a better way to come out. Well, not really, but it'll do. And that's the important thing for the moment. So let's get a couple sticks made here. And we'll whip up some ladders. There we are. 18 ladders, that's probably a little too many for this exercise, but they'll come in handy later, no doubt. So we'll put that in. Should it be wood or should it be cobble? I don't know. Well, it'll be wood for now. And we can still get access to everything that we want down here. Still haven't made a door yet. We should probably take care of that. There we are, wooden door. There we go. So that's that in place. Now I'm going to just tear up a little bit of ground here and get some more. Honestly, I think cobblestone here. This little area. And same thing right here too. There we go. So we've got access to this area. I'm going to whip up a chest up here. There we go. We'll just get a chest going. We've got a basic thing going on. I don't like that much either. We want to definitely replace that with cobble. Make it more sturdy. There we are. Well, it is what it is at the moment, and it's going to do the job. So I'm going to get a basic sort of wall here. It's not going to be great, but it's going to do. I'm going to probably start and get some farms down. There we are. We begin to get something together. This is going to be the worst looking temporary base ever, but for right now I just need the functionality over the looks. We can always improve the looks later. We're probably going to have to improve the looks later, honestly, at this rate, because it just looks dreadful. That should be wide enough, I think. Yeah. I'm probably going to have, if we have some water there, that's going to give us a decent amount of room for crops and things like that. Because that would give us 4 this way and 4 that way, and you'd kind of have like a tiled area. Although, I'm actually thinking of doing something a little different. We also need sugarcane. That's one thing we haven't got. Is any sugarcane? I would like some. Let's carve this out right here. So we're going to have to go and do a little bit of searching for sugarcane and cactus. So let's see how we're going here. We kind of need to get rid of all these little grassy things. And we want a place to kind of farm. its different things, and I'm thinking sugarcane will not go against a block, I don't think. So sugarcane would definitely have to go there, maybe. I don't know if it goes against a block or not. I don't know if it behaves like cactus. So that's something that we're going to have to kind of figure out. But before we do that, actually, I'm going to kind of get everything figured out first in terms of everything else that we've got. So we know definitely now that we have barley, wheat, carrots, and melons to farm. Now, melons could actually go right here on this wall. I do have a water bucket, so we can use that. Because I'm thinking... Let me grab my hoe as well real quick. It's going to take a little bit of planning to try and get things how I want them. Hoe. Not too bothered about the crops themselves at the moment. Just deciding on where things are going to go. So... if I put water in there... then these 4 blocks right here will be hydrated. I could do something like that to kind of build a divider so that the melons would fall here, but I don't know. That's one possible idea. Oops. I didn't mean to do that, but there we go. So we do have this, so we can do this, and we can go up to 4 blocks away, so we'd kind of have that, and then that would form like a corner tile. I have a feeling we're going to need a little bit more room on this side. Let's come as far as this, and then we can link the 2 up. There we go. And we'll probably have a gate in there or something. And then... see, what I would like to do, I think, is actually put that in this block right here. I have a feeling that's flowed somewhere that I didn't want it to. Oh, yep. Did not mean for it to flow down there, but we fixed that problem. And the reason I want to do that is because I don't like the messy look that it gives. So what this should do is this should give me a 4x4 tiled area like this. So like that basically. So now that area can be 1 crop, for example. And now I think I would want to do another 4x4. And I'm going to have to kind of plan that out a little bit as to how I want to do that. So let me go down here and grab some more water. Could actually do with building an infinite spring up there, honestly. I do have this other bucket. Just saves on trips down there. So we'll do that. Taking my time over such menial things. I don't know why at the moment, really. I can put the infinite spring right here for the time being. And let me see, how do I want to put this? Maybe a little bit like that, perhaps. Yeah, that works. And then I could have another 4x4 on the end here. Like so. And we can hoe that in. That's the end of the hoe. So we're going to need to make another one. I think we'll just make a stone hoe for right now. I don't need an iron one drastically, so we'll just make a stone one. It's fine. So we get all of this kind of hoed in. And we're still going to need room for sugar cane and cactus. But we've got wheat, barley, cotton, carrots. Carrots are going to be an issue. I'm thinking, because wheat and barley are basically the same thing, that I may kind of go half and half with them, rather than it be like a full 4x4 patch of one. But I don't know if animals respond to barley like they do wheat, so we may just end up going with all wheat, and I may have some barley down here. So let's get ourselves some seeds, and we can start and get a population of them going up there. I'm also going to want that carrot and cotton. Get a very basic cotton farm going as well. We've only got one cotton seed, which is not great. See what we've got in here in terms of supplies. We've got plenty of seeds, but not much of anything else, which is fine. It's not too much of a problem. And it's getting dark again. And I actually need to make some torches because it's still pretty dark out there. There we go. Oops, I only wanted that to be a 4x4. We'll get some wheat growing in here, and then we'll have a couple carrots. I mean, every time this is fully grown, it's going to give me 16 bread, so that's not too bad. And so we've got wheat, we want cotton, which if this is going to be a 4x4, that would make cotton right here. I guess we don't need too much cotton, so I'll do this half and half as cotton and barley, I think. And that will be the farms, all kind of established. There we go. There we are. So we've got a couple more barley seeds. So we still need to take care of melons and also have an area for pumpkins, because we're going to get those today, hopefully. Barley belongs right there. So where do I want to put those? And we also need to think of a place for sugarcane and cactus as well. There's a lot to get in, honestly. So I'll have to kind of think about that. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to put melons and pumpkins on this wall. So I don't need a drastic amount of either. So maybe what I could do here is sort of do this, maybe? Just kind of guessing here as to what might work. I mean, I know how the farm tilling works. Oh, that's going to be right in the way of the gate, though. Well, that's movable, so we'll just do that instead. Still got all of these plants in the way. Hey, more cotton. So this is where our melons and pumpkins are going to sit. I'm going to probably move the infinite spring. So I'm just going to use melons for the time being. There we go. Get a bunch of melon seeds in there, and I'll add pumpkins when we get access to the minium stone. So let's just go with, I don't know, 4. Then we've got 3 for pumpkins, which is plenty of room. So the melons and pumpkins are going to be in this general area right here. So that still leaves us with needing a room for sugarcane. And if sugarcane can go next to blocks, I'll probably put it right here actually, and we'll kind of have that grow in there. So I don't need too much sugarcane right now. And then cactus. And cactus, we don't need too much cactus, so I'm probably just going to put maybe 1 or 2 over in this general area for that. So now that leaves animals. And the only 2 animals I know for a fact that are around here are sheep and cows. So I think I might have seen a couple chickens actually too, but for right now I want sheep and I want cows. So I'm going to kind of level this area off a little bit and actually have some animal pens kind of outside here. So much to do. Sorry if this is not the most interesting episode, but so many things to do and so little time to really do it all, I think, sometimes. So how big do we want these animal pens to be? I mean, they need to be fairly big because I'm going to have a decent amount of room needed for animals to kind of roam around and things like that. Be a decent sized pen for one animal. Let me see. You know what we could do actually? We could take down this wall right here. I can move the melons and whatnot later, but I could take down this wall and do this. And now let's connect it all up. Ah dear, homemaking with Fretwell. This is what this episode's all about, it seems. So now we've got a place for another animal set. I don't know if I'm going to have enough walls to finish this though. Oh yeah, I am. So we've kind of got 2 animal pens going there. Got 2 of those melon seeds back, which is not too bad. Now we've got an area to actually do things with as well. So we'll get an infinite spring. And we can actually have melons and pumpkins over here. Similar to how we had before, just not quite the same. Similar but not quite the same. That's the best way I could describe it. So we'll put that in there, and then we will... Oh no. Not what I wanted to do at all. Put that there. And there, and there. And we'll hoe this all down again, and we'll put our melon seeds back. So now, instantly, we have a lot more room to work with, which is great news. So we still need to find a place for sugarcane. I'm going to move this a little bit to there. That way I'm going to have a bit more room for sugarcane down here, hopefully. That's the plan at the moment, anyway. So what do we need to do now? We do have a bunch of random seeds that we could get rid of. So we'll put that there. And that's about it. I need to put those 2 melons back. We need fence gates and torches now. So I have no coal up here, so I'm going to have to get some from down here. Not in that chest, not in that chest, but plenty in this chest. It's beginning to come together now, this little base setup that we've got going on. So first things first, let's get some torches kind of made up here. There we are, and bam, stack and 12 torches. That will be plenty for this exercise. Oh, I don't want to jump up there and wreck my crop, so I'm going to do it the cheap way. Now I'm up here, I'll do the rest. I guess the middle is pretty close to right there. There we are, and we're probably going to want to put one right here maybe. Ah, I didn't think of that. I have to move this a little bit. That's fine. Let's see here. So instead now the wall is going to come out to here, but at the same time we can actually merge these 2 together now, so we can actually knock out this wall. And I'm going to put a fence gate right there, and I do like these cobblestone walls. We'll put another one right there. And we need 3 fence gates. So let's make a couple of those. 3. And we'll get a bunch of those in. Oops. Ooh, what are those? Crop. I don't know what that is. Here we are, 3 fence gates. And we'll put them in the correct places that we need them. There. And there. Oops. put that right there instead. That's kind of lit up right there, so we don't have to worry too much. Sun's almost down, so I'm not going to go trying to get animals right at this moment. But we have got animal pens now ready to go for animals. So that's pretty cool stuff. I do have some wheat, so I could start work on getting some sheep together, but we do have a couple of other things to look at, so we'll probably do that instead. And we'll put our other fence gate back. So how are the crops doing? Got some cotton seeds in the ground. Everything's kind of growing well up here. I'm impressed. Shame we don't have more bones though, unfortunately. So, what do we got down here? Not too much. So, one thing I did want to whip up real quick, and we're going to need iron for that, is a pair of shears. And we're going to put silk touch on them. So an iron block, and we're going to need 2 more iron blocks. So, we can make 2 more of those. And this, and then that. Look at that, you can actually make iron half slabs. Very interesting. Now, where do I want to put this anvil? I guess right here will do. Then we need a pair of shears. Then we need to name them something. What would be a good name for a pair of shears with silk touch on? Magical collect. I don't know. Let me see. I would say cobweb collector, but it's not just used for that. But I guess it will do for now. Cobweb collector, and that's going to cost me 7 levels. And then to put silk touch on it will cost me another 7. So now we've got silk touch on shears, and they will be repairable. And oh good, it's night time. So what I can do now is, as we go and get animals, I can show you why I made these. And I'm probably going to put unbreaking on them soon too. So, let's take a look at these. So we've got a grass block over here. This is not Feed the Beast, by the way. This is just vanilla. You can pick it up and you don't use any durability, which is why I want it. You've got a hat on. You are not as fun. You do not have a hat. I love that little... Whoa. I love that little health bar thing you get. That's really cool. I like that mod a lot. Let me eat some bread here. And let's try and track down some animals. Now, what I want to do a test with is, do sheep respond to barley? Or is it just wheat that they respond to? Not interested. Okay, so they don't respond to barley, as I suspected. They only respond to wheat. Which makes a lot of sense, really, because since when did sheep eat barley? Let's be fair. I would like to get a couple of sheep, at least. Now, we don't have leads in this version, which makes this more of a challenge. I mean, it's got a lot easier now with the addition of leads in 1.6. So, while we're doing this, I did want to mention something from last episode that I did neglect to mention, and that is I did die once while caving, and it wasn't due to Feed the Beast or anything like that. It was actually just due to me falling in lava. One of the oldest ways to die in Minecraft, and I forgot myself, and oops, I'm in lava. I want to be away from that. Well, it's not a steep drop, actually. I thought it might be a little steep drop, but it's not. We're getting some sheep going here. The cows are over that way somewhere. We'll take care of those in a moment. I just want to get these guys first. And I can breed up these guys as well, so we're going to have 2 baby sheep. So I think sheep should be this one. And oh yeah, we're going to have that problem. Now I took the wheat out of my inventory too. Did we? Oh, we didn't lose one. I thought we did lose one. We are beginning to lose them now, though. All the sheep need to come into this pen. Oops, there we go. Now, make children. There we are. And don't go near the gate. So now we're looking for cows. That's the next thing that we need. My little mini forest is growing here. Very good stuff. So if I recall correctly, the cows should be over in this general area. Another sheep, which we do not need. Quite a few sheep over here actually, and that would have probably been easier to get sheep over here by taking those. So here are the cows now. Dealing with these guys, I'm going to probably need to build a path of some sort. That's not helping matters too much. What do we got here? Just a little cave. Well, I guess it's not too bad. I only need 2 of these guys, so I can breed these up later down the road. So let's just focus on getting these cows up this little cave area first. Just one at a time. My gosh. There we go. They kind of sorted themselves out there. There comes that cow. Ooh, I've not seen that before. I don't know what that is. Looks like a dead forest of some sort, and there is a tiger by the looks of things in the distance there. And oh man, look at this. There's a ravine right here. I shouldn't be looking at this now though. I never noticed that, and it's full of stuff. We should go mining in there. That will be something to do. I still haven't explored much around my spawn. I've only been focusing on just kind of the tasks that we really needed to get dealt with at the moment, and that was cave-in, getting animals and things like this, and obviously establishing myself. We will go exploring at some point very soon. So let's continue on over. Come here, cows. Come here. There we are. We're almost there. We are almost back at the little base that we've got. Don't get left behind. That will be not good. There we go, and I'll breed these guys up too, and we'll get a population of cows kind of getting together in this general area. There we are. And we'll open up this. Now this was much easier than those guys. Much easier. So now I can close this, and these two can breed with each other, and I can leave those guys alone. So we've now got, whoops, we've now got cows and sheep. There we are. Keep hoeing that soil for some reason. Something about it. It needs to be hoed. So we've got the basic farms going here. We still need to find sugarcane and cactus, so that's going to be the next thing to do on the agenda. So probably go on a little adventure in order to do that. So let me see. Now I'm gonna probably, depending on how things go, will determine whether I decide to montage through finding these things, or whether I just do a straight up view of it, I guess. So we're going to want to have some dirt with us. We've got plenty of food. I don't need the ladders or the cobble. Let's kind of get our tools and everything organised here, because we are in a little bit of a mess supply-wise. Melon seeds. They don't belong in there. They belong in here. Water bucket. And we want to put our gunpowder away in that bucket. Honestly, we don't need the dirt either. Let's see, dirt. I'm going to put the dirt away, and the wooden planks. The hoe. I'm going to keep the axe. I'm going to put the bucket away. The iron we don't need, nor do we need coal. And I'll keep those melons as a backup food supply. So, let's see what time it is. I won't be able to get the cactus, but I may be able to get the sugarcane. There's a decent amount of time left yet. You're probably looking at least 2 or 3 minutes, so we can kind of run around and see if we can spot any sugarcane. Cactus I'm not 100% sure on though, just based off of the fact that I don't know where the nearest desert is. Now the reason we need cactus is actually because it makes a material which you need for water pipes, or I think it's water pipes, that you need to pipe certain things around. So we're going to have to make sure that we get some of that. Sugarcane I just want to have because we need paper for books, which is going to make the enchantment table. Because I can't do that little mini mission either until I get that equipment going. Now, over here doesn't look like the best place to look. This is a volcanic biome of some sort, and I don't think sugarcane is going to spawn in that because there's no dirt. So we're going to have to kind of venture off back where those cows were and try and see what we've got. Cool looking biome though, this volcanic place. Probably has some useful materials as well. I've just not really explored it in too much detail yet. Let's kind of follow this area around. There's plenty of copper, but I'm not looking for that right now. Don't see any sugarcane around here. Oh, there's some. There is some. Just all on its own. I would like a little bit more than that if we can. So what biome? Yeah, volcano biome. And it spawns next to a... I keep falling down here. I'm guessing some sort of dead forest is what this is. Kind of all of the stuff is burnt to the ground. Ugh. It's all grey and... Yeah, dead forest. How about that? That was a good guess. Some very interesting things around here for sure. It looks terrible. It really does look terrible. There's a floating village. A meadow. Alright. Beehives. This was here the whole time. Oh, it's not necessarily floating. It's just most of the... What the heck happened here? Most of the stuff was floating. There's half cut out houses. I think the terrain generator had a fit. I'm not sure what happened here, but it doesn't look good. Whatever it is. I can't see any more sugarcane. It's pretty rare by the looks of things. But it looks as if there's sort of meadow and nicer looking biomes this way. So we have enough sugarcane to where I can create a population from it. But the issue now lies in getting cactus. So I may have to go and find that off camera before we can really progress. I'm going to try and get back to base now. We aren't too many meters away though. Obviously, according to this, it's 250 now, which is not the biggest thing to travel for sure. So we will continue to head back this way. Oops, took a little bit of fall damage there. These waypoints are super duper handy for things like this. Just knowing where you're going is extremely useful. You know, that ravine as well to check out. Here we go. Home sweet home. And now we can test the theory about blocks. Just, it looks awful, doesn't it? Let's be fair. It's this little cobble shack with farm animals everywhere. And a zombie outside. Oh man, I thought I saw a creeper in here for a minute then. So I'm going to jump in the bed real quick, and we're going to get the sugarcane planted then. And for this, I do know that I am going to need an infinite spring. So I'm going to take all of this out here, and I've made an infinite spring now, so I don't have to keep going back over there to that other one. I could make that as long as I wanted, theoretically. But now then, let's see if sugarcane will grow. Oh, it does. Interesting. I approve. So, we can have lots and lots of sugar cane. I'm going to make it come as far as this, actually. So we can pull this out. Get a nice small sugarcane farm going. There we are. So that'll be ready to go whenever we need it. And carrots have grown, so we can start and get a couple more of those in. We are still missing potatoes, but that's not an issue. So now we need to hunt down cactus as the next thing that we need. So I guess we're going to have to do a little bit of traveling for that. So I don't know if I want to do that in today's episode, being as we are getting a little long here now. I was going to make that minium stone as well, but I think that that's getting into something completely different. And I think we'll probably also save that for next episode as well, as it's kind of getting on a little bit now. So next episode we will go in search of cactus. We'll probably look into getting that minium stone going. Oops. And on top of that, we'll also look into building that grinder that I was talking about in the last episode, because that still needs doing. But off camera, I'm going to be harvesting my farms periodically, getting the equipment that I need together to build an enchantment table, and all things like that, so we can get that going. I might clear the farms out down here, depending on how successful this is up here. And I'm also going to be breeding my animals and things like that. Probably, yeah, I think that will be pretty much everything that I'm going to be doing. Nothing too significant as yet, but definitely things that need doing, and I'm going to try and get them done as best as I can within a reasonable time frame. So I thank you for watching today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next episode, when, as I say, we'll complete those little couple of quests that we need to get some more items so that we can begin to mess with the modded stuff. So until next time, guys, see you later and have a good day. Hey guys, just a quick little short snippet for you. I've just been out here kind of farming bones for the farm, and I've actually run into this king slime that was out here. Oh gosh, you do a lot of damage to you very quickly if you're not careful. And I just wanted to kind of show you what this thing was, and I've seen him around quite a bit, but I've never found one to actually fight. And I'm gonna die if I'm not careful here. So I would like to try and take out this guy if I can. Oh no, maybe he's gonna kill me. Yeah, he's gonna kill me. He is gonna kill me. Or maybe I'm gonna have the final say on who wins. Me. So, wow, that's a lot of XP. I just wanted to show you that because it's kind of like a little short, I guess. I just wanted to show you that as I've been kind of out hunting bones and things like that, and a king slime chisel. We'll have to mess with that later. Ignore my computer making funny sounds. So, yeah, I guess this is going to be an attachment on to the end of episode 3, king slime fight. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I've seen them around in caves, but I've never actually seen one to fight, so it's nice to know that they drop a good amount of XP. We'll probably do some more fights with them further down the road. So, for real this time, guys, until next time, see you later, and have a good day.